The number one reason beginner Amazon sellers fail is due to poor product research. New Amazon sellers are wasting tons of time and money overcomplicating things with the wrong methods. So in this video, I'm going to show you the simplest and fastest ways to find profitable Amazon products as a complete beginner.
A lot of beginners think the best way to find products to sell on Amazon is to buy in bulk from wholesalers or to buy products from China. Both of those are super expensive and risky for beginners. What makes the most sense is just the most simple stuff that's on Walmart and Target and Kohl's that you can flip for a profit on Amazon that's just nicely going for a discount on those retailers. You can test later, you can learn quicker, you don't have to buy thousands of dollars worth of every product. You can just buy a few to learn. And Amazon All-in Arbitrage doing just that is by far the best way to get started selling on Amazon. It's exactly how I made over $100,000 profit in just my first 10 months. So we can see these pants are going for 25 bucks on Amazon here, right? So we can see 25 bucks. They got a ton of reviews here. And then over on Walmart, we can buy those same pants for just $9.60 on sale right here, right? So buying for $9.60, selling for 25s, probably pretty profitable. But obviously there's shipping, there's fees, there's sales tax, and everything like that. That's where the SellerAmp Chrome extension comes into play, guys, right here. That's actually going to calculate all of that for us. So if we plug in $9.60, we can now see we're left with $6 profit and a 60% return on investment here. But I'm sure you're thinking, okay, does this listing actually sell? Because that would be terrible to find a bunch of products and have none of them actually sell. And that's where sales rank comes into play, guys, otherwise known as BSR. So make sure pretty much all the listings you're taking a look at buying, make sure they're below a 200K BSR right here and above 30 estimated sales per month. Luckily, SellerAmp does a lot of the heavy lifting there. And then SellerAmp also does all the heavy lifting with shipping fees, sales tax, Amazon fees, all of that factored into one place right here. So now we have an example winning product right here using SellerAmp. You can literally just try it for 2 weeks completely free on our website, selleramp.com here. But now you're thinking, okay, how do I actually find winning product from here? I get that in my comments all the time. So most beginners think the best way is just going to be going to random websites and look through the clearance sections. But what I think makes a little bit more sense, especially as a complete beginner, is to just start out finding products you already know sell well on Amazon that are already proven by other sellers, which is going to be using what's called the storefront stalking method. So if we just scroll down here on SellerAmp, other parts of the extension here, we can now see the other sellers that carry this product, and we can go ahead and open up the people that we know are making lots of money that have like 20 plus reviews, 25 plus reviews here. So we can see 2,600 reviews right here, right? And we can see, 600 reviews right here. Because if this profitable item came from Walmart, these sellers probably didn't just buy one item from Walmart, right? So the order of operations is we start out on a good listing like this. We're going to find a couple more here just watching this video. There's a lot of other ones on my channel as well. And then we just want to storefront stock here to find other proven listings right here. So we don't want to open up the sellers that are new. No reviews right there. No reviews right there, right? But these sellers that got a bunch of reviews, we can take a look at here, right? And don't really see reviews as like, okay, I'm not going to be able to get sales because I don't have any reviews. We can see this seller that's literally in the buy box right now has one review compared to these guys, right? And so Amazon nicely rotates the buy box. Sure, you started out 0 reviews, you get them over time. They're not super important. It is a great way to gauge what storefronts to look inside though, right? And now we can come to these seller storefronts here and pretty quickly we can see all the brands they carry, as well as all the categories they carry, right? And then at the top of their storefront here, we can now see all the stuff that sells the quickest as well, right? And we can qualify that based on good BSRs here. So pretty quickly, now we can see a ton of stuff that does well on Amazon here, right? And same thing with this seller, right? So now say we want to keep going and find like more Fruit of the Loom stuff, right? Because if, I asked ChatGPT said Fruit of the Loom stuff predominantly comes from Walmart here, right? So now we can see 15 rank here, right? 659 rank, right? 41 rank. So we know these listings actually sell quick. So now let's just go here and open up the product pages of anything we know sells quick here. And now we can see, okay, what else is this seller making money on? What else can I track down profitably, ideally from Walmart here, right? So if I go to these guys here, we can see 18 bucks here, right? So we can see Amazon is selling these themselves. Typically, you don't want to compete with Amazon if you're a beginner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and take a look at Keepa, which is the other product research tool you want to be using. So SellerAmp and Keepa here, and we can see just what this product sold for over time. And I want to go down here to the variations tab on Keepa to see which sizes and color combinations sell best right here. So taking a look here, we can see all the different ones. We can see there's specifically a lot of movement and activity on these guys here. They're buy boxing for 27 bucks. So you can go open these up and then we'll take a look and see if we can make some money on these right here. So we can see, 27 here. So we'll plug these in on Google here. We can see, so it looks like they're going for 18 on Walmart right there. So if I plug in $18.48, that definitely doesn't make sense. We'll pass on that here. Right, we can see these boxers here at 25. We'll go down here to variations, see what's got, good movement here, right? So let's see what we got here. So we can see, yeah, 34 bucks right here. We got some good movement as well on these guys. You do want to take a sec to organize your comms correctly right here. You can just move these guys around. Just want to make sure it matches mine here. So let's see, 34 bucks right here. Amazon's on these, so probably not going to worry about that as a complete beginner here, right? These pants, yeah, these pants have a ridiculously good sales rank, literally 2K. Right there. So let's go down here. Taking a look at the variations here, we can see what's got some good movement here. Let's see. So yeah, these are just a little blocky. Not really going to worry about those guys here. But yeah, we can see this has got some good flow and movement here. So let's see. At 33 here, right, we can take a look at these. Yeah, 33 in the buy box here. Looks like there's some other ones that are around that too. So we can see right here. So our max cost here on SellerAmp is 14 bucks. So we need to pay $14 or less for this to be profitable here. Plugging these in on Google here, we can see, aha, yeah, 14.98 here. Right, so we can see at 14.98. So we can see a couple sides are out of stock here, but taking a look here, we can see, yeah, 14.98 in stock right here. So 14.98. So if we plug this in, 14.98 here, we can see we're close, right? Our ROI is not quite there, but I got some tips and tricks up my sleeve to make these listings more profitable. So a couple ways to make items more profitable is going to be discounted gift cards as well as tax exempt. So I can go over here to cardbearer.com, and if I buy a $100 gift card for $94, so we can see 6% off, that gives me a pretty good discount here. So discounted gift cards are an awesome way to get items cheaper. So if I take off 6% right here, now this listing gets even better, right? It's like a 29% ROI right here. And then I can also go on Google and just Google how to get Walmart tax exempt to see if Walmart accepts a sales tax permit here. And we can see in this case they do. So now I have 6% loaded up on SellerAmp. So I'm just going to take this off here. And we can see now this becomes $5 profit and a 38% ROI. And that's the name of the game. You can take a look at the other size and colors too on this listing here, and storefront stock from here on your own. And then SellerAmp tells us if an item is profitable today, and Keepa shows if it's been profitable over time. So we can see in this case, we've been nice and profitable. You predominantly want to focus on the 3-month data on Keepa. We can see this listing's nicely been profitable over time. So that's a winning product here that you guys can literally get started selling your own Amazon business. If you're ever worried about ungating, I have a full ungating tour on my channel as well. And that's the name of the game with storefront stalking. Now I want to show you a little bit more of an advanced source method that I do a lot these days, where you go manually on a website when they have a good sale going on, as long as you know it's a good supplier, and see what they have properly, cross-referencing over to Amazon. Quick interruption from the video, guys. If you're loving this content and want personalized one-on-one help directly from me, now's a great time to go down below to the link in the description and apply for my private coaching program, where I help Amazon sellers just like you start or grow their Amazon business. You'll get my personal phone number, all my favorite coupons, tips, tricks, and strategies, a bunch of bonus trainings, 3 group coaching calls a week, and you'll be around other Amazon sellers crushing the game. So if that sounds interesting to you, go down below to the link in the description, check out the first link, put in your information to apply, onto the second sourcing method. So we can see Gap Factory. I've made some good money on Gap Factory, and I know this is a good sale here. So I can just go ahead and click into like Shop Men's right here, and then we can go ahead and see what makes sense profitably to sell on Amazon. Now we can see all these items that are on sale, and we can see, okay, taking a look here, what do I think could sell for double or more on Amazon? And the cool thing about Gap Factory is we talk all about these tips and tricks I have up my sleeve. These prices of 25, there's also this 20% code at the bottom of the screen here that we can go ahead and use furthermore. We can stack on with these prices here, so we can actually take this down to like $20, and there's discounted gift cards too. So obviously I'm not going to open up duplicates here, but we can see getting that below 20. I think I could see that selling for 40 plus right here. Same thing with these guys right here. We'll go ahead and open up those bad boys as well here, right? We can see these 3-pack V-neck t-shirts, right? 3-pack crew neck t-shirts we can take a look at here too as well, right? We got these joggers as well too. So what we can do is open these up and cross-reference over to Amazon and see if they make sense. The nice thing is they're literally showing up here on the retailer high up, so we know that they're making sales on that stuff most likely. Otherwise, they wouldn't be pushing an algorithm like that. So now we can go ahead, and I know this is a good deal on Gap, so we can go ahead and plug these in and see if any of this stuff makes sense here. And we just paste this in on Amazon here. We can see Gap Men's logo joggers, so we can see, yeah, right there. Boom. So you can see these fleece joggers here. Looks like there's some other listings on those too. This bar that pops up right here is what's called SellerAmp QVS, Quick View Simplified. You definitely want to make sure you have that as well. And now we can go down here and see if there's any variations that show like good movement, good offer count movement on that bottom Keepa chart right there, right? Taking a look here. So we can see, yeah, like 42 here, right? This is not amazing here, but these would actually be pretty profitable. Let's see, is there a black moonless night here? So let's see. Yeah, so we're here at 25 on these here. So 25 here, right? Then we want to take off 20% code right there, right? And then good discounted gift cards here. Say we get like 15% off with discounted gift cards. Obviously, there's better. I just want to be conservative. Sometimes the values are pretty low here, right? We take off 15% from this. We can see there, really nice and profitable. Problem is the rank's pretty high and the estimated sales is pretty low. So I'd probably pass on something like that because of that here. Let's go and move on to the next here as well, right? So we can see these crew neck t-shirts here. Let's see. So Gap, we just copy and paste those right there. Gap crew neck t-shirts right here. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, we're paying, 23 and then minus a pretty good discount here. Let's see. So yeah, let's go here. So that competition's trending up. So I don't like that here. Right, but we go here, anything nice and stable, 30 right here, right? So we can see, so we're here at True Black here at 22.5, 22.49 here, right? Take off 20% right there, then we can take off discounted gift cards too, so we can see, it doesn't quite work there. Unfortunately, those other variations would have been good. The competition was just shooting up on those, so I don't like those either right here. Let's see these V-necks as well here too. Let's see, Gap V-neck here. Let's see, we can just paste those bad boys in right there. Let's see, Gap, we can see V-neck t-shirt. Okay, these look very promising here at 40. We got here 22.49 here, right? We take off that 20%, take off those discounted gift cards too. We can see once again, nice and profitable. Problem is the rank's too high. Very occasionally, stuff with a high rank will still be good. We can see very blocky, not a fan of these, not a ton of movement. We'll pass on those guys right here as well. Let's see, we got these Gap logo zip hoodies right here. Let's see, we got Gap here. Boom, plug these bad boys in right here. Right, Gap logo zip hoodie. So we can see, okay, so we got two different listings right here. They look pretty promising because you can pretty much tell that these listings pretty much only come from the Gap website here, right? So then we just want to go down here to variations and see what's got good movement here. And we can see, 36 right here on these light gray ones here. So we got these, boom, check it out. So here we go. So we're here at 25 here. Right, so 25, we're close, right? Then we want to take off that 20% code right there. And then say we get like 15, 20% with discounted gift cards there. That's that margin I'm looking for, right? So 20% discounted gift cards there, $5 profit, 32% ROI. And then I just want to make sure the trend looks good on Keepa here. And we can see, literally in the past week, people have buy boxed up at like 48 here. So that's pretty bullish that we could probably honestly buy box above where it currently is, moving forward at like 37 or 38 and pop that guy up to like a 40% ROI right there. So that's going to be the name of the game, guys. And we take a look at variations too, and we can see there were other colors as well that were also on there here, like charcoal right there's charcoal on here as well too. We can see, yes, you can take a look at that too. And that's going to be the name of the game, finding this stuff. We can see there's good trend, competition's going down, prices going up here. Right, we can see on this one too, people are buy boxing at 37 here, so that one makes sense as well. And then if you're a beginner, don't go do manual sourcing, but you can literally get started from here, storefront stocking as well. And that's the name of the game, guys, storefront stocking with SellerAmp, as well as manual sourcing using both SellerAmp and Keepa, and just making sure you check every item with there. If you got any questions, let me know down below in the comments. If you want personalized one-on-one help, take a look at the coaching program application right there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.